Hello? Don't worry, I'm from Canada originally, but I've lived in the UK for 20 years. I know that's the standard response to hello. Stare at me till I fucking cry. I mean, I've learned a lot since I moved here. When I first came here, I used to smile. I love your country, and quite frankly, it's because things don't work here, and you guys don't seem to care. One of my favorite things to do on Sunday is go down to a train station and watch foreigners who've just arrived in the country with a train ticket being ushered onto a bus. It's amazing because they think they're going to see a train. We know they're not. It's so funny to watch them too, standing out in front of the train station confused. You can see them look at the train ticket for a minute, then they kind of look behind them to make sure they're at the train station, and then they look at the staff member and go, "But I have a train ticket." Get on the bus. It's even funnier when they get angry. "This is an outrage. How dare you put me on a bus? I have a train ticket. I want to speak to your manager." "You just missed your bus." It's good to be here. I'm rarely on first. This is exciting for me to be on first again, and I'll tell you why. Because one, I'm getting older, and two, because every road in the country shuts down after 10 o'clock, and I'd like to fucking get home. It's like the government ordered too many blinky cones, isn't it? So they have to put them out. They only wanted 100,000. Someone put a couple of zeros on the end. Now they've got fucking 100 million. They don't know what to do with them, so they just put them out. They don't work on the roads. I've never fucking seen them work on the road. Ever. You know why? Because they shut the whole fucking road. They can't just, "Oh, we got a fucking pothole on the A3. What should we do?" Fucking close it. What, both ways? Fucking right, both ways. Shut her down. And we all just fucking accept it in this country. And you see it happening too. After a long day, whatever you're doing, if you've been on holiday and you just want to get home to your fucking bed, that's all you want. And you're on the motorway and it's 70, and then you see a little fucking picture with little T's and lanes ending, and you move, and now you're down to 50 and you're in 3 lanes, and you're going, "Holy fuck, okay, still got 3 lanes. It's gonna be okay." And then you see that lane ending, and then it's down to 40, and you're on the motorway and you're driving on the left, and you're like, "Fuck, I think I know what's happening." And then it happens. They funnel you off into some fucking weird B-road Twilight Zone. You're a grown man following shapes. What is this, fucking Sesame Street? Can someone explain to me? I'm a foreigner. What the fuck? Why am I following 3 fucking shapes? What does that mean? You're following a triangle, a circle, and a square. And then you come to a roundabout, and the triangle goes straight, the circle goes to the left, and the square goes to the right. I don't know what fucking shape I am. So I follow the triangle, and I end up in some fucking shithole town with roads so fucking thin because they're so posh and they didn't think cars would catch on. So fuck it, we're gonna keep horse and buggy tracks. And you go down this skinny fucking road with foliage 16 feet high on both sides, like some fucking Children of the Corn science fiction horror film. And you look up and the speed limit's 60, and you're going, "Fucking 60 here?" Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I fucking hate the M25. I fucking hate it. I've never been on it and thought, "This is great." No. Anyway, sorry about that bitch. Sometimes I just gotta rant. I came over here 20 years ago and met my future ex-wife. We didn't want it to go that way. She didn't hope to fuck someone else, and I didn't hope to own a home I'm not allowed to live in. But that's just how it turned out. Is this too much for you? I'm sorry. It's comedy. Don't get fucking, I'm not, fuck, I love when people get scared. It's just comedy. We have 2 children. We're still very good friends. It was funny, I was listening to him talk about the heat. Fuck, I remember the last time we were together during the heat wave in the UK, which fucking makes me laugh. Heat wave, fucking, it's 28. Never seen a country freak out. If it's not 17 and raining, fuck! We're good in that. But it is hotter here, for some reason. I've been to fucking Afghanistan performing for the troops, and it was 62 degrees. 28 degrees here is fucking hotter. I don't know why, but it is, man. It's fucking horrible. I was lying beside my then wife at the time, 28 degrees. My foot touched her leg. Yeah, I don't know if any guys have ever had a woman say this to you, but she looked at me and she said, if you think we are having sex in this heat, you are fucking crazy. I was like, well, I'm hot too, unless you're gonna get on top and spin fuck me like a fan, I'm not interested, so. Some of you guys are wondering if that's possible. It is if you keep your head back. There's people here fucking dating. I'm divorced, hoping to get married one day. Dating doesn't tell you what marriage is fucking like. Of course dating's good. I love when I have these friends that go out and they go on a date and they come back, I think she's the one. Fuck off. You went to dinner and a movie and had sex. That's not fucking marriage. You know, first date should be like marriage, man. Stain a fence in the heat. Do that together. See how fucking long that fucking relationship lasts. When you're in fucking 28 degree heat and she's painting across the fucking grain of the wood and you're just going, what are you, fucking mental? It's up and down. How fucking stupid are you, man? This isn't Karate Kid. They always usually put me on the end because I offend people sometimes. Sorry about that. I should do some fluffy shit. I was sexually abused by my piano teacher when I was 7. Once a week for a year I went for piano lessons and he forced me to suck his dick. And people ask me to this day if that's the reason why I have difficulty committing to one woman. And I'm like, no, it's the reason I can't fucking play piano though. You see? Everybody laughs. She hasn't laughed at me once tonight, man. I'm allowed to make jokes about it. I was the victim. I have a teenage son. Holy fuck, man. Has anyone got a teenage... Yeah? Oh my God. It's just like a confident moron in your house, you know? That's what you live with. You can see them fucking up. And I'm sure it's the same as girls. I have a boy too, but they're fucking horrible, aren't they? They're just so hard not to hit them. But you guys get upset when we do. I know why, too. I know he's got an erection 90% of the day. That's the problem when you're 15 and you're a guy. You got a hard-on 90% of the day, and you can't get it down. It's not even sexual. Wind catches your cock on a weird angle. And it's up, and you can't fucking move it. Every guy here, the older ones know. You got no dick control. You can't fucking force it down, so you just got to accept the fact that you got an erection. Unless you can jerk off, you're fucked until you can, right? It's fucking horrible. It's not even a normal erection, too. It's like, you remember those erections when we were younger, when they touch your belly button? They're so fucking, they just defy logic. You're just, what the fuck are you going to do with that? A rub and tug, a massage parlor opened up on the high street where I live, and it made me laugh because I was thinking back, I was 15 the first time I went into a rub and tug. That's what we call them in Canada. You call them happy ending massage parlors. Yeah. We call them rub and tugs. I'll let you figure that out when you get home. You go, oh, fuck yeah. All right. I was playing ice hockey. This is back in 1981. You have to understand, this is before porn on the internet and all that shit. So I wanted to play professional ice hockey. I was in my town, and we were going to a tournament. getting on a bus and going on a tournament. And my back was sore, and I didn't want to tell the coach because there was going to be scouts there, so I didn't tell him. I got on the bus, and we checked into a motel. Now, again, this is before the internet, and I was a farm boy. I knew nothing about it. I was a virgin. So I looked across the street from the motel, and I saw massage in neon, flashing. So I thought I'll sneak over and get my back worked on, right? I thought it was a legitimate doctor's office. So me and my 15-year-old cock, we go over across the street at 11 at night, not even wondering why it's open at 11 at night, right? Well, this doctor's office is open pretty late, isn't it? So I walked in, there's a woman behind the counter, and I walked up. She didn't even look up to see how old I was, right? I said, hey, I need my back worked on. She goes, go in the room, take off your clothes, put on a towel, and wait. I was like, okay. So I went in, I stripped off, I put on the towel. The towel touched the head of my cock, now I was hard. And I didn't know what to do, right? Because the doctor's going to be coming in and I've got an erection. So I was trying to fucking get it down. I couldn't. And so then I decided I was going to wrap the towel really tight around me like this, with it up like this. So I wrapped it like this. Now I'm standing like this, all right, with an erection, waiting for the doctor to come in. The doctor comes in wearing high heels and a thong. And this is how naive I was. I remember thinking to myself, my God, this doctor is beautiful. I lied on my stomach. She worked on my back with hot oil for about 10 minutes. I can't tell you how hard I was, because it was like a magic act. I was lying on my stomach. She was rubbing my back, and I was like raising up like this, right? Just like. And then she goes, flip over. And I said, what? She goes, flip over and we'll finish. And I didn't know what she was talking about, right? I was like, what, finish? What do you mean? She goes, flip over and we'll finish. And I was really nervous about flipping over because I had an erection, right? So I flipped over. She immediately reached under the towel, grabbed my cock and went like this. And I was like, holy fuck. You know what? Snapped my back into place. I remember thinking this must be that new shiatsu they're talking about. I was a pothead all my life. I don't know if you guys smoke pot here. Everybody here is kind of weird about pot. I know a lot of people do it, but we all hide in the UK because it's still illegal. I'm from Canada, where you can get it everywhere now. And Canada hasn't lost it because of the marijuana. People call it a gateway drug. Fuck off. The only gateway involved with marijuana and me through my career is that time I was at my brother's house and I smoked a big joint. And I was trying to get to the fridge, and it was up some stairs, and my brother put this stair gate for his 2-year-old up, and I couldn't fucking get the clip-on up, right? I was like this for an hour. It took me an hour. This is how stoned I was. It took me an hour till I realized I could just go. I went to university, college, and stuff like that, and I think marijuana affected a lot of things, especially my grades. I'll explain why. Not necessarily in a negative way. I was always someone who studied the last minute. I never went to class, so I'd always try to learn it. I'd never go to class, just learn it the night before, read the whole textbook and see if I could pass. And a lot of times I did it. It was quite remarkable. Well, there was this really important exam. I hadn't been to class all year. I was getting drunk at Bert's Bar and playing pool. And my friend said to me, are you going to study tonight? I said, you're right, I'm going to learn the whole thing tonight. So I was about to leave to go study for the most important exam, and this girl walked in that I had a crush on all through university, right? But I was too shy to go up to talk to her. Well, she comes up to me, and I'm freaking out, right? But I got to go study. And she comes up and she goes, hi, Sean. And I said, hi. She goes, I've had a crush on you for the past year. And I said, no way, me too. And she goes, yeah, but I'm moving to Europe tomorrow, and I'll never see you again, so I'd like to sleep with you tonight as a going-away gift. So I had a choice as a man. I could sleep with her and not study, or, well, fuck, I could take the course next year. It didn't really matter at this point, did it? So we went to her place, and we made love. It was beautiful. And then I woke up the next morning. The exam was at 9. I woke up at 8, freaked out, got dressed, ran to the exam room, and I'm outside the exam room 30 minutes before. And I see my friend Grenville again. And I run up to him and I grabbed his textbook and I tried to learn it all. And he looks at me and he goes, you didn't study at all. I said, no. And he goes, well, do you want to smoke a joint? Yes, I do. Because if I'm going to fail something miserably, I'm going to giggle through the whole fucking experience. I wrote the exam stoned and I got a 96. So I figured, why not get stoned for every exam from then on? I must have bought a different strain of weed. Because I was sitting in the next exam for about an hour and I was sweating and rubbing my hands through my hair. And the prof came by and said, is there a problem, Sean? And I went, fuck Sean, that's my name. All right, cool. You see, I tell like long-winded stories, but if you hang in there till the end, they're fucking funny. Well, I don't know what else you want to know about me. I can tell you a lot of different things, man. I dated women all my life. And I found more and more women that I dated. As I got older, I had experiences with other women. But when you question them about it, they describe the situation like it happened accidentally. And that would confuse me as a man. I'd say to a woman, you ever been with another woman? It was always long-winded. Well, once. The men were fishing. It was foggy that day. I was with Jane. We were at the lake house drinking red wine, and she found a twister game above the shoes we hadn't played since we were kids. And she got an odd spin, red dot right hand, and as she reached over me, brushed against my breasts. Well, we giggled. Then she fondled my breasts and went down on me, and it was beautiful, but we're not lesbians. I have yet to run into a bloke with that kind of story. I was watching the game with Dave. It was a little boring at halftime, so we thought we'd kick the ball around for a little while. He came down on a breakaway, tried to score. I went out to meet him. We got tangled up, and as he fell over me, cupped my balls. We giggled. And the next thing you know, his cock was in my mouth, you know? I'm not saying we're gay, but we're going fishing next weekend. I love Hecklers. I've dealt with them for 32 years doing this. Some of them are great. One of the things about the UK is you got to be on your toes. You got to be ready because you guys are the best hecklers on the planet, man. I've seen you work together. You're strangers, and you work together. If somebody's having a bad time, you're quite willing to take them down as a team, which is fucking... It's a remarkable quality to have. The best heckle I've ever heard was in the UK, and it was one guy in the center of the room. And this guy was dying on his ass on stage. It was remarkable. Like, didn't get a laugh at all. And after 10 minutes of nothing, like you didn't hear anything, this guy in the middle of the room just goes, used to be a pool table in here. How the fuck do you come back from that, you know? I was doing a show on the coast of Canada. I'll leave you with this one. It's one of my favorite heckles I've ever had happen to me. You got to be worried when you're heckled in a town where they know each other and stuff like that. So I'm on the coast of Canada. This is way back when The Perfect Storm, the movie, came out. I don't know if you guys remember that movie? Yeah, it's a true story about the Andrea Gale, a fishing boat that gets blown off course in the sea, and then this storm, these two storms collide and they kill everybody on board. And it starred Mark Wahlberg and George Clooney. I'm now in the fishing village doing a show where that's going on. And I mentioned that I went to see the movie. And some guy in a fishing hat to the right just goes, I knew the crew of the Andrea Gale. Now that's a weird heckle because if I say anything, everyone died, right? So I got to be careful. I can't just say anything going back. So I didn't know what to do. So I just said, yeah. And he goes, I can tell you none of them were as attractive as George Clooney. A lot of us were happy they didn't make it back. And then he left. He just fucked off after he said that. What a fucking genius. Listen, I'm doing this show called Smoking Funny. It's touring around the UK. It's going around the world right now. You'll be happy to know. Well, maybe you won't be, but at 56, I had a resurgence on the career front, so people are actually enjoying my shit right now. So So anyway, I wanted to say thank you. If you see it, it's called Smoking Funny. My name's Sean Collins. Other than that, this was a blast, so thanks for having me.